Psalm 100 verse 4 says, I will enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his holy name. Do you crave the presence of God? Do you crave the attention of God? Then switch to worship. To get into that court, all you need is praise and worship. The Bible says that the Lord delights in the praise of his people. So it is not possible for you to worship and praise and he will ignore. That is the only thing he eats. That is the only thing we can offer to him, the sacrifice of praise, the sacrifice of worship. Look at the story of Paul and Silas. Paul and Silas, it was recorded in the Bible that they prayed. Yes, they prayed. But after praying, what did they do? They switched to singing. They switched to praises and worship. And immediately, there was an earthquake that shook the foundation of the prison, and the prison gates were opened. And what? They were able to come out of that prison alive. Is there any situation in your life that seems like you have been imprisoned? Please switch to worship and see God come to your rescue. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 19 says, and they rose up in the morning early and they worshipped the Lord, and they returned to their house. And Elkanah knew his wife Anna, and God remembered them. God remembered them. Do you know what praises and worship does? It brings about remembrance. It brings about remembrance because he cannot hear you sing and ignore. He will look, who is that praising? Who is that worshiping? And when he remembers you, you know that when God remembers you, then everything begins to turn around for good. Everything begins to work in your favor. That is what remembrance does. Worship brings about revelation. It brings about an encounter. When you have an encounter with God, your life can never remain the same again. That is what worship does. Okay? But the book of John 4 verse 24 says, God is a spirit and his worshippers must worship him in spirit and in truth. Is your life in alignment with God? Is your life in alignment with God? For you to say, yes, I worshipped and he remembered me, then your life must be what? In alignment with God. You must worship in spirit and in truth. Brethren, this is a call to retrace your step. This is a call to check yourself. Are you still in line with God? Please come back home if you're not. Worship